You're afraid to sound bad. If you freeze when you try to play freely, improvise, create, it's not because you don't know what to do. It's because you're afraid of how it will sound. Let's cut the mustard right here, because if we can just be direct with each other and cut to the chase, we can get through so much. We want inspiration. We want a way through. We want a solution. But that honest solution and that true way forward comes from facing what is there. And let's be honest, we are all afraid of something. In our music, in our art, in our life, in our relationships, fear exists. And the amount that we diminish that or ignore it or avoid it or thinking air it away, it doesn't serve us. It doesn't go away. It is still there. So let's face our musical fears together today. You're afraid to sound bad. You're afraid to sound incompetent or not skilled enough or not genius enough. You're afraid you're not talented. You're afraid that talent won't shine through if you are. Maybe you're afraid of being misunderstood. Maybe what you're trying to express is really important to you and to your heart and your soul, and you don't want that to be misconstrued. You don't want people to not feel how you feel. Or maybe you're just afraid it's going to get jumbled and come out wrong. These are the same kind of fears we have in communication, right? In our writing, social media posts, blog, talking with other people, public speaking. We want to be able to be authentic and confident. And some of us want to be here in the world to be helpful and to be connected. So let's face that fear of judgment, the judgment that we judge ourselves with, the judgment that we maybe assume other people have or worry that other people have or that people actually do have because we're human. Let's let go of that together. Let's face it together because this asks for a different solution. It's not more practicing. It's not more iterative techniques. It is facing it and finding a way to play, to sing, and to perform in the face of it, right? If the weather is 120 degrees outside and you're going to take a walk, you don't get to change that weather. You get to walk in 120 degree weather. So what do? We protect our skin from the sun. We get a hat. We get some sunscreen. We get a huge Camelback or a water bottle. Right? We make sure that we're hydrated and fed, and we go out for that walk. We face the 120 degree weather, and I want to face your 120 degree fear with you, or hotter. Maybe it's 300 degrees. I'm here to face that with you. If we haven't met, I'm EP Archer. This is Music Rebels Rising, where serious musicians break out of old patterns and finally create music that actually feels like them. You know, we talked about mistakes in our previous episode, and a mistake can be a gateway to a revolution and a new idea, or it can feel like an identity threat. It can feel like it's putting your butt on the line. But what if your mistakes were inspiration? What if you could take that risk and be vulnerable and connect to yourself, to the quote unquote mistake, to the wrong note, to the playing, to the quote bad sound? And if you're over 30, I got to tell you, this younger generation is not afraid of that. As a whole, the music that we're hearing and that's being creative and that people are touring with, and it's their sound, and they're not afraid of being different or making a mistake or the intonation, the quality of this. They're not obsessed with that like the older generations were and have been. It's a new age. It's a digital age. Anyone can produce an album and put it on Spotify or Apple Music. So it's a different ballgame, and it's a great time, a fertile time to let go of that and to own it. Yeah, I played that note. I likes that note. That note's my note, baby. Juicy, like, right? And not just to like lie or to say, oh yeah, I liked it when I didn't, but to like, what if I did like that note? Ooh, what would that feel like? To drop the preconceptions, the misconceptions, the expectation and the confinement, and just enjoy what it is for what it is. Ooh, it's out of tune. I tuned it right back up, baby. because that was a bend. That was my sadness. That was my desire, all in an intonation fluctuation, baby. We have to look our avoidance patterns in the face. We have to stop looking away from things, running away from things, closing our throat, limiting our sound because we don't feel safe and because we're not willing to take a risk and because we can't face our fears. There's safe playing and there's expressive playing. And you know that feeling, whether it's happened in a tiny moment within a song or a piece or a performance or a composing session, in the middle of a conversation, in a jam, you know that feeling. Everything drops away. You're in your own outer space and everything is with you and vibrating and alive and it's happening. And it's almost as if you're observing yourself from outside your body, but you are creating and it's happening and you're expressing and you're feeling. And in that moment, you don't give a flip about anything else or anyone or what they think. You have to express it and release it and feel it. And it's an apex and it's a climax and it's freaking beautiful. And it's why we play music. It's why we express. It's something that we need. It's a catharsis. It's a cleansing. It's a ritual. And if we focus too much on our worries and on our fears and on expectations and judgments, we can't get there. And it's the same in life. I know I say this all the time. Hopefully I'm not a broken record yet. It's only episode 12. I don't want to be a broken record. You gotta let me know if I'm a broken record. I will switch that up. But it's true in life. It's true at work. It's true when you go to your boss or your superior or someone that you feel has more power than you in life. It's true when we interact in relationships where we feel sensitive or open or vulnerable. It's true in intimacy. It's true in all forms of connection and expression. And that's why music mirroring life, opening up your music can open up your life. It's not just about learning a song or a scale or a note. And that's why I don't teach a step-by-step course on how to play your instrument or on how to do this note and then that note. It's not about that. I teach you how to open up, how to release, how to let go, how to be more of yourself through music, through your art, through your path that is no one else's. And if it's no one else's, no one else gets to say what it is or how great it is. Just you. You get to be in that feeling. You get to be in that release. And the more that you are vulnerable and risk-taking, and of course, do this in a safe environment, do this in a place where you feel supported, in a place where you feel loved, and then create that space, that support, and that safety and that love for others by your ability to face it and to take a risk and to jump off. And that feeling is even better, I have to tell you. So you're not stuck. You might be protecting yourself, and that's okay. But that changes how we solve the problem. If fear is blocking your expression, if worry or judgment, what are you going to do to face it? How will you release it? How will you work with it? You don't lack the ability. You have something to say. So create a safe space to express it with courage, conviction, and consistency. And the rest will fall into place. If this resonates with you, your music, your sound, join the revolution. Music Rebels Rising. I'll see you next time.